Hey guys, my name's Max and I'm a skydiving instructor. So I jump out of airplanes every single day. Except for today, it's rainy and cloudy, so we don't jump in this. It's no fun. Also, the first time I tried making this video, I discovered that vlogging is really awkward and kind of hard. So props to those YouTubers. I don't know how they do it. I'm not going to do the vlog style for the whole video. What I'm going to do is show you guys around my work, the skydiving center here, and just voice over on the clips. So we'll see you there. This is where I live. So that hut on the left, that yellow one we just passed, is mine. And all the full-time instructors live right on the airport. So we're about a 30-second walk from work each morning. I like to start out usually by stretching for about 15 minutes because on a busy summer day, we'll be jumping all day long, 12, 14 hours, sunrise to sunset. So yeah, being ready, getting loosened up, having my coffee, having my breakfast will get me ready for a full day of jumping. And then the customers will start coming in. So we have three kinds of customers. There's a typical first-time jumper that comes in to do a tandem. So they'll be strapped to an instructor. There'll also be skydiving students that are learning to jump on their own. And the last type of customer would be a licensed skydiver that has their own gear and has their own license, and they just come to jump for fun as a hobby, on the weekend with their friends. This is the hangar. So this is where we spend most of our time on the ground, getting people ready for their jumps, training students for their jumps, doing all the ground briefings and debriefings after the jump, as well as packing parachutes on these mats. Yeah, there's a little sneak peek of our airplane. Obviously, it will be outside the hangar during the day as it's flying. Typically, I'll do around 10 jumps a day with a good mix of tandems, AFF, and video. And if I get the chance at the end of the day, I'll go up and jump with my friends and my coworkers just for fun, not as a work jump. So on the slower days or the bad weather days, we might do a little less, maybe 5 jumps. And the super busy days, I've done 20 or more jumps in a single day. So it can get pretty exhausting by the end of the day, but it's always fun. It's always a good time. So my 3 main jobs at the Skydiving Center are as a tandem instructor, which is when I strap people to me and take them on their first jump. As an AFF instructor, that's the accelerated freefall program, which is how we teach people to skydive on their own. And my third job is as a cameraman, an aerial videographer, you could call it, is when I jump with people and film their skydive. If there's enough people that keep sending the plane up, the plane keeps running and we'll keep jumping till sunset. We just have to land before it gets dark. And then the day's over and we get to do it all again the next day. In the summer, most skydiving centers are open 5 to 7 days a week. So we're working a lot of hours, doing a lot of jumps. And then springtime, fall, we might go down to 3 to 4 days a week. All right, now this question's easy to answer. I get to be outside all day in the sun, all summer, and depending on where I'm working, maybe all year long. I get to fly through the sky and play with parachutes. It's pretty fun. Also, I get to travel the world. I can jump all sorts of cool places, and I get paid to travel and paid to jump where I'm at. Another big reason is I get to share what I love to do every single day with new people that are doing it for the first time. And I remember how scared I was. Jumping out of an airplane is not a normal thing you do every day. It might just be a once-in-a-lifetime thing for a lot of people. And I get to be there and create that experience for them with new people every single day, hundreds of people a year. And I think that's pretty special. Also, I enjoy teaching. I used to do a lot of coaching in sports when I was in college. I was coaching my old high school teams in volleyball, basketball. So with skydiving, I get to teach people how to skydive on their own. As far as formal school or university education goes, you don't actually need any to become a skydiving instructor. But it does help to be book smart because there's quite a bit of safety training you have to go through. And not just to become an instructor as a job, but just to become a licensed skydiver. There's a lot of important information you need to learn and you need to understand to be able to keep skydiving safely. The bottom line is skydiving is a risky sport, but it can be done very safely. You just have to take your training seriously, and you have to make sure that you understand everything that you're learning and apply it every single day. Most career skydivers, I would say, started as parachute packers at the skydiving center. Either that or some other non-jumping role. Anything from working in the office or the cafe, restaurant on site, to cleaning toilets or cutting the grass at the landing area. As long as you're at the skydiving center and you get your foot in the door, you're going to be around the sport a lot and you'll be learning a lot from the very start. And that's the best way to start your career path. The next step, of course, is to get your skydiving license. Learn to skydive on your own and then enjoy the sport for what it is. You started because you want to have fun, jump with your friends, and you're going to go to all these skydiving events and go on road trips and travel the world and jump all over the place, learning as much as you can about the sport. Because it does take a few years, not just to get the jump experience, but the time in the sport means a lot. You learn so much just being in the sport, and that's very important just to get to the level of becoming an instructor. So I would say at least 2 to 3 years of that is typical, or at least is what I recommend before you even start your instructor training. I'd say the most important quality is you gotta love skydiving. So once you figure that out, once you know you're a lifer, then it becomes pretty easy. So to become a good instructor, just like anything in life, not everybody who's good at something is necessarily good at teaching it. So I'd say teaching skills are very important, especially if you're teaching new skydivers. Now, on the other side of it, on the tandem instructor side, I really think that being able to connect with people easily and being able to read people and their emotions is a huge help. Just because, different people react in different ways to fear. And you're going to have to adapt the way you talk to them and the way you treat them in order to make them feel safe and give them that comfort that they need, to overcome the fear and go through with the jump. Another few important qualities are paying close attention to small details is very important. Be disciplined, trust your training, and have the confidence in the knowledge you've acquired and all the training you've done over time. To be able to adapt to changing situations, make important decisions on the fly, keeping a calm head under pressure. All these are not only going to make you a good instructor, but also keep you safe in the longer term in your skydiving career. This one's a little bit tougher to answer. It really does depend on the company you work for, how busy it is there specifically. Also where you work, the length of the season, whether you're going somewhere warm during the winter, if your place shuts down. But I would say if you're focused on a full-time career, year-long, and either you're traveling or you're somewhere with a year-long season, the lower range would be somewhere between 35 to 60,000. And then there's a select few that might offer significantly higher salary, upwards of 80,000, but it really does vary. One thing's for sure though, skydivers don't skydive for a living to get rich. It's for the fun and for the experience. I love it, especially for the traveling aspect. I get to see the world and make a decent amount of money while I do it. So there really is nothing else I'd rather do with my life now that I've found skydiving. And also the people are amazing. I've never encountered such a close-knit group of people, brought together by kind of a strange thing. We all jump out of airplanes, but you get people from all walks of life at the drop zone. And we have this one thing in common. It's pretty cool. Well, that's about it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you learned something about skydiving, and really I hope that you all one day decide to jump out of an airplane, even if it's just once, I do recommend that everyone tries it at least once. If you guys want to learn some more about me or just about skydiving in general, check out my website. It's www.flywithmax.com. I've got lots of photos and videos on there of skydiving, and also you can shoot me a message if you have any questions. Now, here's a couple more clips for you guys. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Take care.